If you think about implementing a data center and maintaining a data center in your company or in your organization, we need to think about the server types which we need to implement based on the client perspectives. I do majorly implement a domain controller that is the mandatory server for every organization, which contains usernames, passwords, records, parallel with the groups in the Active Directory, and assigning the automatic IP address among client computers via dynamic host configuration protocol, which is DHCP, and resolving the host name into the IP address via the domain name system, which is DNS. I every time make sure to maintain a separated physical server considering its importance. And next, if we do have a requirement of distributing files and folders among clients, keeping the separate departmental restrictions, we do maintain a file server. And every organization do maintain an official email address for their communication internally parallel with the externally. Certain organizations they do maintain a local exchange server considering its security. Parallelly, some organizations they do use Microsoft Office 365 solutions, maintaining it in cloud server considering its convenience. For me, I do personally prefer the Microsoft Office 365 solutions comparing with the local exchange server because I have faced few difficulties in maintaining a local exchange server during a spam attack because the storage getting full through the spam emails. Then we have to clean up the storage without deleting the important files. That is a huge challenge. For Because of that, I do recommend to use the Microsoft Office 365. If you think about an email solution providing Outlook as an application to your clients of the companies. In case of a disaster situation of data in your organization, there should be a backup of data in a separated server in your place in order to retrieve it back. You need to make your company operation into back to normal using that data retrieval. Example, a user deleted an important file accidentally. There should be a way to retrieve this data through that backup server. Parallelly, any physical damage of an important server, if it goes down, even the RAID configuration is there, there should be a way, there should be a backup data to reoperate the disaster, reoperate the corrupted server back into the normal operation. We do have few specific software to be used in the backup servers. I have personally used Semantic and Acronis, parallelly the Veeam. Among these three, I do highly prefer the Veeam considering its high performance. And Based on the user's requirement, we can establish the separate kind of application servers in our organization or company. So in my experience, I have created printing servers using the papercut and the SafeQ applications. Parallelly, I have built a server for access controls applications, and if I tell you more, I CRMs for financial solutions and help desk systems. I have maintained separate application servers. For application servers, I do highly recommend to maintain two separated servers. One is for front end, for other one is for back end, because back end we do have either SQL or Oracle database. So if there is any corruption of a database module, we need to retrieve it in a very sensitive manner. If there is any data loss, it is very important to retrieve it back. So I do prefer to maintain it in two separated servers. One is for front end, the other one is for back end. Let's have a look of a view of a data center, because most of the non-technical people do not get chance to get into a data center. I just need to give you a surface idea how it looks like and what are the components you can see in this picture. In my Gulf experience, I have built three major data centers in different countries. One is for 200 users, the second one is for 1500 users, and third one is for 2000 users. During my first data center implementation in Gulf, we did not have the Hyper-V and VM solutions. We had to maintain separated physical servers for each and every requirement. Example, we had to maintain the domain controller separate, file server separate, exchange server separate, different application servers in separate physical servers. The disadvantage of maintaining separated physical server is consuming more space of the location parallel with the expense of the hardware. Nowadays, we do have a Hyper-V solution. We only need to set up two high performance physical servers, making it redundant via a cluster. Setting up Hyper-V, inside the Hyper-V, we can set up virtual machines. Depends on the performance, memory and the processor of the server, we can increase the number of the VMs that we can contain in each and every Hyper-V. And storage is also an important factor while we increasing the number of Hyper-Vs. The functionality of that one is, if one physical server goes down, it VMs will go automatically to other physical server without any interruption to the client. In this diagram, you can see which is an old data center with number of physical servers parallel with SAN storages which we built previously. I think that I have given you an enough idea about the server and the storage implementation and the maintenance. and the keywords explanation for non-technical community while working with a technical person. Thank you for listening to my video. Please do subscribe and do comment, and if you do have any suggestions, please do send it to us and share among your community to educate further about server and the storage. We'll see you in the next lesson. Have a great day.